What's up, gamers? It's your boy Johnny Dingo back again with an updated best loot route for Interchange. Take a look. Okay, so we're gonna start from the power side then, which is a great way to start. So we spawn backside of Goshen, we're heading toward power, and to go in underneath Idea. Of course, there's power, which has PC blocks, jackets. There's a cache out near the pipes. There's a cache right here near the blue fence. So let's take a quick look over here. Well, bam, cache. And cash means money. Then you quickly roam through here. Black box always has a lunchbox in it, so if you're looking for lunchboxes, look no further. Guaranteed lunchbox. Plus whatever else spawns in here. Toolbox. 3 toolboxes inside the power substation, along with 3 PC blocks and 5 jackets. Plus some random loot spawns and a file cabinet. So power is actually fat. If you spawn power, you're looking at a good deal of... Hey, look, a flash drive. Got some world spawns here. Always good stuff. File cabinet, another PC block. And then inside power, we've got 1, 2, and... 1, 2, and 3 toolboxes. I already hit one of the jackets. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And there's usually food on this bench, or the flip locker. Hop back outside. Right in the back, we've got random shit that spawns up here. Ammo, cigarettes, sugar, sometimes food. Cash in there. And then we head into the garage underneath Idea. As you head in from the power side, there's a static spawn for an MP153 right here. Got a duffel bag there. Gun box. World spawns for gun parts generally. Usually like food or cigarettes up here. Another duffel bag. And now we get into the garage. Okay. Also got a flashlight, which actually makes it a little difficult to see. Ammo box back here. Head on over this way. We're gonna kind of make some zigzags across this big chamber here. This is a static spawn for like morphine, sugar, vodka, ammo, meds sometimes, general meds, med bag. Hibbity hop up to the top of these shipping containers. You got world spawns for gun parts and another black box, guaranteed lunchbox. We're hopping on down. Gun box right here in this corner. In front of this truck on these pallets, you've got utilities. Back here, this will come in much later in the game, but this is the karma flip, as I call it. When you take the safe room extract, if you flip that lever, this shipping container opens up and there's just a bunch of goodies in there. We've got another duffel bag, a big gun box, usually pretty good for gear, or just good weaponry. This is another static spawn for morphine. I find morphine there more often than not. This tent, you got random gun parts, and then food and stuff up here. Another gun box right here, just next to that orange truck. Duffel bag. And behind this green ollie truck, you've got a gun box up top. And then this is kind of a random potpourri spawn up here. Can be, I've seen a grenade up there, vodka, meds, nade box. Keep it going. Another ammo box back there. So just off this room alone and the outside with the duffel bag and the gun box, you can pretty much fill up your scav and take off. You've got a gun box over here. And there's your escalator that goes up to Idea. We're just, I think we're right underneath the computer room, the Goshen computer room right now. There's a duffel bag sitting on those boxes back there under the escalator. And here's a spot that I don't think a lot of people know about. If you hop right up here, there's always gun parts just up here. Alright, now we are kind of underneath the transition between Goshen and Idea. We're like, where's that? The escalator's there. We're like right underneath Trend. This we affectionately call 2 tents. Big gun box in there, and then some random spawns. You've got chocolate there now, sugar, ammo. This table also has gun parts. This table can spawn a Sega 12, which is always nice to pick up. Another big gun box, gun parts here, and then you've got med spawn back here. I see CMS kits, propofol and morphine there the most often. So we're kind of going the opposite way that I normally go. But from in here, you've got a gun box, a duffel bag. Across the room, you've got a grenade box and another duffel bag in that room. And here, underneath the big Idea escalator, gun parts, a big gun box. And then up on top of these boxes, you can spawn an AKM-SN? AKM-S? One of the ones with the wire stock. It's not the best in the world, but it's something to pick up. Alrighty. We're gonna keep trucking along. So if you skip that room, I'm pointing behind me. I guess that works. You can kind of tell that's behind me. If you skip that room that we just went to, hit 2 tents and hang a left, we're heading right underneath Goshen. This is a pickup truck as a marker. This is where there's a bunch of gun boxes. So you've got a gun box in the bed of the truck. You got a gun box just back here. On these tables, spawn random ammo and gun parts. Doesn't look like there's anything in this raid. Also, offline raids tend to have less loot spawns. Oh, that's a nice muzzle brake. This is a real good one. Yeah, offline tends to have less spawns. There's food or ammo up here. Another black box. And then just on the other side of those tarps, another big gun box. So here's your entrance to Goshen. This goes right up to the cafe. I tend to stick away from it when I'm scavving. Although with the new karma system, player scavs have been a lot kinder. But overall, I just tend to avoid it. Right. Okay, from the pickup truck spot, I'm gonna keep heading further in toward Ollie. So as it goes, Ollie's this way, we're underneath Goshen, or the middle, that's the front entrance there, and then Idea's behind us now. And you can run this route either direction. I prefer to run it from Ollie side out to power last, and I'll show you why when I get over to that side again. This is a funny bug that I've never reported because I really enjoy doing it. This is a single gun box, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. It's actually 2 gun boxes. So you can see I've got 1, 2. Right there in the same spot. Isn't that neat? Alright, so we're right here underneath what I call the pit. I think most people call it the pit. Right underneath Rasmussen. And you've got a big gun box, a duffel bag, and we've got a nade box, a black box, and right here at the ollie escalator up to furniture, you can find AKM sleeping on the couch. Again, I tend to avoid going up into the main part of the mall while scavving, but, you know, you do you, gamer. Okay, now we're past the pit. That is another escalator up to ollie. Usually you've got some AI scavs just roaming around down here. We've got a nice gun box. And a green box. And then within this tent, you'll find random... Oh, look, that's a nice foregrip. You'll find random gun attachments in here. They're just generally gun parts. Last one, you've got a black box in the van. And... almost done. And you got your dead scav right there, which is basically a hidden stash, but with the slightly different loot pools. So typically when we end our run on this side with the white van, the dead scav, we're coming out of ollie. It would make the most sense to go out to Emercom in terms of distance, but I still tend to like to go to railway. It's just I get extract camped there less. So I typically end up going to railway. I'll either jump across and run along the highway, or I'll go backward through the garage because it's really a low traffic area, and then end up out at railway. Like I said, I like to run the route opposite direction, so from ollie side and ending up over here underneath Idea and close to Power. And the reason being, because when I leave from this side, I'm closer to railway, and if I leave this garage opening right here with about 5 minutes left, five or 6 minutes left, there are a bunch more spots that we can hit on the way out that are, again, way less traffic areas. So this is generally my preferred route. After we left the Idea garage, you've got a black box near the dumpster. I feel like most people know about that one. But one loot spot that I find almost never hit is right here between these rocks. There's a buried barrel cache. And I feel like people really overlook that. It's kind of well hidden. It's camouflaged in there. But if you know where to look, it's easy to find. From there, I head back across. And if we jump into this garage, again, this is a lot of zigzagging, but we're trying to maximize our loot potentials. So depending on how long you get when you spawn in, these are things to consider. As we get back into the garage, we're now on the front side of Idea. There's a gun box in here and some weapon parts and food on the table. And then we jump right back out of the garage. And we keep heading on this away. This is kind of a risky loot right here. There's a green box right in front of the Idea entrance. which most folks, I'm sure, know about. But, you know, if you're light on loots and you're about to end your raid, might as well just stop on by and see what you can find out of there. You know, green boxes can spawn good gear, good weapon parts. It's worth hitting. In a bush right here, we've got another buried barrel cache. That one's also rarely hit. I usually am able to loot that one, and it hasn't been touched. Out here on the crane, you've got a green box. Right underneath the highway on-ramp. There's another buried barrel cache. That one's really well known. That one's typically hit by the time I get here, especially when I'm scavving. Still under the overpass here, got another gun box. And as we head generally toward railway exit, there's actually some food spawns on that bus. And there's another green box out here next to the big army truck. And this can spawn meds. I've found syringes and morphines, car kits, pills, etc., etc. And we've got 2 spots left that can potentially be really useful. Again, this is if you're exiting at railway, which is definitely my preferred method. In the second little portable shit shack here, there's a jacket. You know, jackets always have a chance to have a really good key in them. This one is a little bit riskier of a spot. I typically don't end up going here at the end of a scav raid. But you've got possible spawns for tools, utilities, fuel conditioner, etc. And that's it. Then you head on out at railway. Bam.